So, so I don't want to make it a habit of showing fighters. No, it's not even a habit. I want fighters doing the wrong thing. So we're gonna get back to the basics of boxing. Let's go.
Floyd outdoing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focusing on.
Gervonta
He already did what he had to do, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Mayweather allegedly visited Lamont Roach's training camp ahead of their upcoming rematch, a move Davis views as a betrayal by his former mentor, has openly stated that it's better to have issues with Mayweather than to be on good terms with him. He implied that being too close to Floyd only brings problems, revealing that Mayweather has done things to him that no one else knows about. Although Davis didn't share specific details, his words suggest that Mayweather's influence had a negative effect on him both personally and professionally. He has previously expressed frustration with Floyd's actions behind the scenes, hinting that their relationship was far more complicated than it appeared to the public, that Mayweather has already accomplished everything he needed to in boxing. Now, Davis believes that focusing on himself is the best path forward. He no longer wants to be affected by Floyd's presence or decisions. By keeping his distance, Tank feels he can maintain a clear mindset and stay focused on his own journey.
He the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. But I knew for sure that wasn't going to be enough to beat me. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not going to hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to beef with him than be cool with him.
His rematch against Lamont Roach fast approaching, Davis is fully locked in on his future, making it clear that he's ready to move forward without being in Mayweather's shadow. Tank Davis recently addressed his relationship with Floyd Mayweather, making it clear that his focus is now entirely on his own career. When asked about Mayweather's involvement or potential support, Davis responded by saying that Floyd has always been the way he is, and that he's already accomplished everything he needed to in boxing. Davis admitted that if he were in Floyd's, having achieved the same level of success, he'd probably act the same way. He made it clear that he holds no resentment. Instead, he understands and respects Mayweather's decision to step back from actively guiding other fighters' careers. While some may interpret Mayweather's distance as a lack of support, Davis doesn't take it personally. He acknowledges that Floyd has already played his part in the sport and is now enjoying the rewards of his legacy. Rather than dwelling on the past or relying on Mayweather's guidance, Tank is fully focused on himself and carving out his own path. He's determined to build a legacy that stands on its own, separate from the shadow of his former mentor. Davis knows that his success depends on his own discipline, hard work, and ability to stay at the top. With his highly anticipated rematch against Lamont Roach
crew or something, or no?
Floyd outdoing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focusing on. He already did what he had to do, bro.
For sure.
I ain't gonna lie. Me, if I did what I like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't follow him for like stand to himself and things like that. But it's also a part of me type thing, like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion. You know what I mean? Ain't no bad blood type shit. And a lot of people think like when I be tweeting on Instagram, I be mad. I just be talking.
On the horizon, he's laser-focused on delivering a dominant performance and solidifying his place among boxing's elite. He isn't looking for outside validation or assistance. His mindset is clear. Prove himself, stay hungry, and keep moving forward. For Tank Davis, it's no longer about the past. It's all about his future. Floyd Mayweather has reportedly been giving tips to Lamont Roach after visiting his training camp, an act that stirred controversy in the boxing world. Known for his deep knowledge of the sport, Mayweather has always emphasized the importance of refining fundamentals, especially jabs and technique. He's often said his goal isn't just to teach boxing, but to help shape the next generation of stars. However, his involvement with Roach has sparked tension, particularly with Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Once mentored by Mayweather from the very start of his career, Tank now feels betrayed by the man who once stood firmly in his corner. For years, Floyd guided him through major victories and helped build his brand. But seeing his former mentor now assisting an opponent has led Tank to question Mayweather's loyalty. To Tank, this isn't just about giving advice, it's about
just this. Let's do it. Come on. See, a lot of fighters think it's just this. So I don't want to make it a habit of showing fighters. No, it's not even a habit. I don't want fighters doing the wrong thing. So we're gonna get back to the basics of boxing. Let's go. See the long jab? See the long jab?
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. has praised Lamont Roach for his impressive skill set and punching power, emphasizing that Roach is a true contender in today's boxing landscape. Jones highlighted Roach's ability to adapt in the ring, noting that his strong fundamentals and high ring IQ make him a dangerous opponent for anyone. While many may have doubted Roach before his fight with GervontaDavis, his performance proved that he belongs at the elite level. Jones pointed out that what truly sets Roach apart is his ability to handle adversity. He's faced tough challenges throughout his career and has continued to improve with each fight. Roach's footwork, defense, and counter-punching abilities make him a well-rounded fighter capable of adjusting his game plan based on his opponent. He's not just a fighter with heart, he has the technical skills to match. Another key factor Jones emphasized is Roach's punching power. Although he may not have the same knockout reputation as Davis, Roach has shown he can hurt his opponents with precise and well-timed shots. His ability to land clean, effective punches makes him a serious threat, especially in longer fights where accuracy and stamina become crucial. Outside the ring, Roach's discipline and dedication have also earned Jones's respect. He praised Roach's relentless work ethic, saying that it's his commitment to training that allows him to consistently perform.
Presumably, Tank is supposed to, win this fight. This is a fight that there's not a lot of doubt about him coming out victorious in. So the talk shifts, and we got to know, Roy, from your perspective, Tank Shakur, when you think about that fight being a potential fight this year, how do you see it going?
I ain't gonna really think about that yet because I'm waiting after he finishes his fight with Roach. Roach is not just your average everyday opponent. Roach is a person who knows Tank, who's been around Tank his whole life. This is a different fight. You can't put Roach to the side like that. I'm sorry. Now, I'm not saying that he's gonna win the fight. I don't know that, but Roach cannot be this underrated like that. You understand? You gotta understand that Roach came from basically the same ecosystem as Tank came from. Roach is a very formidable opponent. So I'm not gonna talk about none of that till we get by Roach, because what I'm telling you about the other stuff don't really mean nothing right now.
Okay, let me ask you this, because this did happen.
I'm feeling good always. How you doing?
I'm always good. You're a special fighter. Tank's a special fighter. What do you like about him? What's different?
I like that when Tank come to fight, Tank come to knock you out. Tank don't come to just beat you by decision. He come to take you out. He come to try to get the job done best way he can. And he loves to come there and entertain the fans. He's not there to play around. He's trying to smoke you. And that's what life's supposed to be about.
Okay, if you played in the NBA, what would be the team you would choose to play with?
Right now, I'll play Milwaukee.
Why?
I like Dame and I like Giannis.
Roy, did you see what happened between T.O. and Bud?
No. Yeah, I did see, yeah.
What are your thoughts on it? Because the whole thing that came out of that, right, was that T.O. said, hey, he apologized and he was leveraging racism as promotion.
Right, he don't want no part of Bud, what that means.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Speaking of Bud, what are your thoughts on
at a high level? Unlike some fighters who rely solely on raw athleticism, Roach's success is the result of a balanced combination of skill, preparation, and mental toughness. With his growing confidence and refined technique, Jones believes Lamont Roach will continue to be a force in boxing. Whether in a rematch against Davis or facing another top contender, Roach has shown he's ready for any challenge that comes.
My initial plan is to win, but every time I fight, I'm trying to knock somebody out. So, so if that happens in the midst of it, that'd be a blessing. That'd be definitely something that I work for, because I work my ass off. But yeah, if he on his way out, well, why not?
Lamont Roach has made it clear that while his primary objective in any fight is to secure victory, his ultimate goal is to knock out his opponent. For Roach, stepping into the ring isn't just about winning, it's about making a statement. He's trained relentlessly, dedicating countless hours to sharpening his skills and perfecting his craft. A knockout against GervontaDavis would be a defining moment in his career, a reflection of his unwavering discipline and determination. Roach views this fight as a chance to prove himself on the biggest stage and to solidify his place among boxing's elite. It's not just about the win, it's about showing the world who he truly is as a fighter.
It does in a sense, but yeah, it do for sure. I ain't gonna lie. I like to prove people wrong, and I damn sure like to prove myself right. So yeah, it definitely gives me an incentive. And like I said before, I've been here before. The Hector fight, they had me duck. Right now, they really got me. They really got me. So it's an agenda. I got it on the agenda to upset a lot of.
Lamont Roach thrives on proving people wrong. Every time someone questions his abilities, it fuels his determination to push even harder. Throughout his career, he has faced critics who doubted whether he truly belonged among boxing's elite. After his first fight with GervontaDavis, some felt he hadn't done enough to secure a definitive victory. Despite a strong performance, the doubters remained. Now, as he prepares for the rematch, Roach sees it as the perfect opportunity to silence them once and for all. He's not just aiming to prove that he's a good fighter, he's out to show that he's a great one. Roach is determined to demonstrate that his skill, power, and heart are more than enough to overcome any challenge thrown his way. The criticism doesn't break him. It motivates him. It drives him to train harder, refine every aspect of his technique, and step into the ring with unshakable confidence. For Roach, this rematch isn't just another fight. It's his moment to make a statement, to establish himself as one of the best in the sport.
I don't think Roach is a great fighter. And it sounds harsh, but what is he great at? He had a great night, doesn't make him a great fighter. Buster Douglas had a great night, never was a great fighter. I love you, George. I love George Kambosos. Really great night from you when you beat Teofimo Lopez. You were never a great fighter. And never has he shown us he was a great fighter. He was on nobody's radar. 25-plus fights. And then he has one great night, one great fight. And a lot of guys want to say, oh, he's a great fighter. What about Roach versus Lomo? Roach versus Shakur? Roach versus Keyshawn? Haney? Teo? No. No. I'm not allowing you guys to do that. He had a great night. You got to show me that again and again. If you can show me that 2 more times, that this wasn't just a great night, I'm a great fighter now, then I'll give it to you. But one great night. You cannot be an alcoholic for 25 years, go one day without drinking, and expect me to call you sober.
Davis has never looked this vulnerable in the ring, and much of the credit goes to Lamont Roach. Roach's skill, toughness, and strategic approach turned their bout into a highly competitive fight, something few expected. His ability to absorb Tank's power and respond with effective counters made the matchup far closer than anticipated. Roach's composure and confidence visibly shook Tank in a way no opponent had done before. His performance proved that he's not just talented, he's an elite fighter who belongs at the top of the sport. Now, heading into the rematch, Roach is determined to not only repeat that success but to solidify his dominance. However, some critics argue that one strong showing isn't enough to...
People want to discredit Tank, he's still a pound-for-pound fighter.
Yeah. What do you think about that fight that happened? You thought it was just an off night, or...?
Everybody has an off night. Everybody has an off night. Shit, I had a night with Cruz. Everyone has a night. It's boxing.
You want to run that back with Cruz or what?
Maybe down the line.
Define greatness. While Roach impressed against GervontaDavis, they believe a single outstanding night doesn't make a legend. To them, true greatness comes from consistency, and Roach must continue delivering elite performances to earn that status. On the other side, many still view GervontaDavis as a proven star who simply had an off night. His track record, knockout, power, and past victories speak for themselves. Supporters believe he wasn't fully focused in his first fight with Roach, which led to a closer contest than expected.
I'm hoping that he do what I need him to do, you know what I'm saying? You see how I asked him, are you ready? You know what I'm saying? Because I need somebody that's going to really push things so I can see different levels of it. This time I had a chance to step back, and everybody keeps saying, they changing ourselves. No, we ain't changed up anything. It's the same thing we always do, you know?
Going into the the training camp, how was it? Or you said yes, you stepped back a little bit. Well, how was it? Splitting the time. How's it going to be splitting the time to
no, this is
Saturday
something that
night?
we do all the time. You know what I'm saying? Right now, y'all know all I gotta do is speak. Been taking out history since I was a kid. When I stepped in the gym, B said, "Yo, I'm glad you here now." He watched him. He said, "Boom." And I see the light in Tank. I just can't wait to see all of that come together. Fight night.
How's going back to being in the corner? How do you see Gervonta right now? Just being in camp, because at first when we talked to him in the press conference, he was very open about retiring and he was done. And now he said that
y'all have to understand. He's a young man. He have a family. He want to do something. Enjoy something. Don't take some time. I took a little bit of time out. You know what I'm saying? It refreshes you. Gets you back on that so tonight, he had a chance for me not being around him a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I stepped in and I seen how he missed me and how I missed him.